Good morning, good morning. Come on in and let me know if you're around. If you're on the live, I'd love it if you drop in and let me know where you're joining me from. If you're on the replay, I'd love it if you drop a little hashtag replay. Let me know what you think of the cards, the tapping. And if you're thinking, cards tapping, what's she on about? You might well be new here, and you are really welcome if you are. My name is Emma Starling, and I'm a trainer and mentor in emotional freedom technique and other energy clearing methods, and co-founder of the Rapid Imprint Resolution Method. So, as such, I'm completely obsessed with energy work and transformational coaching methodologies. And the Daily Tap was born nearly 9 years ago as a result of my absolute obsession with helping people to feel better naturally. That's the basis of it. And so the Daily Tap is showing you in a very, very simple, accessible way how to see how it feels when you do emotional freedom technique, or otherwise known as tapping. Now, the caveat is this is not a therapeutic EFT session. Please don't use it to deal with challenges, right? It's meant to be kind of a little shot of calm at the start of your day, and for you to see how tapping on your acupressure points feels in your body. Okay, so we're going to drop into the body and do it very somatically. Good morning to whoever's just joined me. I can't see anything on the screen yet. So what we do is we pull a card from a tarot, oracle, or affirmation deck. Now, don't worry if you're not into cards. Just think of it as this is the way that we find what to focus on. If you do love your cards, then this is a great deck. The Lightseers Tarot by Chris Anne. And we're just going to see, what do we need to focus on today for our greatest and highest good? And then what I'm going to invite you to do is, once I'm reading out to you or getting into what the card actually means, what the message is, I invite you to drop into your body, and I'll show you how, to see whether the message resonates with you or not. It'll have kind of a pulling towards energy, like a yeah, that resonates with me, or a moving away from, yeah, no, that's not for me, or yeah, right, some sort of resistance. So the card that's come up today is the Two of Pentacles. Now, this is a lovely card, often means balance, lots of things. It can mean absolutely lots of things. So I'm going to go into the deck, and I'm going to go into the book, and I'm going to read it to you. So while I'm reading you this message, what I'm going to invite you to do is just place a hand on your body so that you can kind of create a connection and just tune into your body. What do you feel? What do you notice is going on when I'm reading this out to you? Now, it might be some kind of excitement. It might be some kind of dread. It might be like butterflies in the stomach, or a churning in your, I don't know, in your solar plexus. It might be tension in your jaw, or something in your back pops. It doesn't have to seem logical, right? But this is about a need to balance many aspects of yourself. It can mean that you're juggling obligations. It can talk about equilibrium and seeking harmony, right? And if it's in the shadow, did it come out in shadow? It actually did. It came out upside down. It talks about being out of balance, disharmony, committing to too many things, and a need to prioritize, or maybe even a time to slow down. But let's see what you take from the message. So it says, with all those roles and responsibilities that you've been juggling, busy, you may be feeling a little imbalanced. Busy much? Maybe your calendar is totally overbooked and you're feeling the stress of being stretched in too many different directions. You may be feeling the need to better balance dualities or opposing aspects of your life, your alone time versus your time with others, or your material life versus your spiritual life. Make sure you aren't investing too many resources in one area at the expense of another, especially when both are equally as important. Even though this card suggests that you're likely able to manage it all, do you desire this much juggling? Put some of your precious energy into creating a balance that you absolutely love, one that will allow you time to work, play, love, and create. This equilibrium will not take from your reserves of energy, but it will add to it. So the affirmation that we're going to tap in is, I create an equilibrium in my life that allows me to be my best self. Okay. I'm going to say balance instead of equilibrium because it's too many syllables on a Tuesday morning, and it's a full moon eclipse in Pisces, and everything is a little bit, so I'm going to say balance instead. But I just want you to look at that picture and just notice, do I feel balanced right now? Do I feel like my time, my energy, my resources, my intentions, my manifestations, what I'm receiving as input for the output that I'm putting in, is that balanced? And wherever it's not, we're not here to judge. We're not here to blame or shame or anything else like that. We are just here to help address the kind of emotional charge that you might get, that might come up when you think about it. Because if you think about being out of balance and that brings up stress for you, or it's the stress that's causing you to feel imbalanced, then when we reduce the stress, we can improve the feeling of balance, right? So just tune into your body, give yourself a rating for how stressed or out of balance you feel right now. If 10 is completely balanced, and that's a bit of a fallacy in and of itself, but just go with it for this. And 0 is there is no balance in my life at the moment at all. Everything is up in the air. I'm spinning too many plates. Where are you? What is your number? And then we'll check in at the end. So taking 2 fingers and full responsibility for your own well-being. You might want to get your hair out your face for this if you've got long hair. Take 2 fingers and just follow me around, tap where I tap, say what I say, and see how you feel. So on the eyebrow, the start of the eyebrow, I create a balance in my life. Then outside on the corner, that allows me to be my best self. Underneath under the pupil, I create a balance in my life. Under the nose, that allows me to be my best self. On the chin, I create a balance in my life. Under the collarbones in the middle, that allows me to be my best self. And then let's change the emphasis of the words a little bit. Under the arm, I create a balance in my life. Top of the head, that allows me to be my best self. And then I'm just going to invite you to just drop to the collarbones and just tap underneath. So where the collarbones come in, sort of about there, underneath, just tap. And if you want to close your eyes, you can. What does balance and equilibrium mean to you right now? Now, there's some people will say, myself included, my personal belief is there isn't really such a thing as perfect balance. There's ebb and flow, and sometimes it'll be higher and sometimes it'll be lower, and that's the way it goes. But that balance of, highs and lows overall, what does balance and equilibrium mean to you? And just give yourself a moment to hear the answer to that. Okay. And so then you can ask yourself, what do I need to do today, or what can I do today to restore a little bit of that balance? What can I do today to restore a little bit of that balance? Okay. And then once you have that answer, ask yourself this: what's going to get in the way of me taking action on that? And listen for the answer. Mhm. It's interesting what comes up, isn't it? So there you have it. We've figured out, you can stop tapping now. We figured out where you're out of balance, what you could do today to create a little bit more balance, and what might get in the way of that. Now you know what balance looks like for you, and it doesn't have to be like that to be completely even keeled. Balance is an ebb and a flow. Bearing that in mind, we are not beating ourselves with a stick about this. We're just making space for a little bit more balance between 2 extremes. Okay. So then grade yourself again. How do I feel about my balance situation at the moment? 10 is it's awful. 0 is, yeah, free and easy. Where are you now? And that's really how we can do it when we drop into the body. Just notice the sensations that are coming up when you think about the level of balance in your life today, and what you would like to do to improve it, let's say. And then go and take that action. Just something really small. And then you'll feel more in control and less stressed, and so on and so forth. We bring down the stress around that concept of balance and equilibrium, right? And when the stress leaves, we naturally feel more balanced anyway. All right. So I hope that was useful for you. If, excuse me, if that card resonates for you, please know I have over 8 years, I think, of daily tap videos on my Facebook business page, Evolved Energetics. So if you're watching somewhere else, you can head over to Facebook and click on the videos tab and just scroll for 8 years. pick a one, any one. There's all sorts of ones in there. But I do want to say that if you are interested in training in the more traditional, or it's not traditional actually, that's not true. Okay, so I also train people and certify them to be accredited, certified, trauma sensitive somatic EFT practitioners. So if you are looking for the thing that is going to bring your clients deeper, better, faster results without the re-traumatization that sometimes coaching and talk therapies can bring, if they are not also trauma sensitive or trauma informed as a minimum, then this could be the certification that will make all the difference in your business. And if you're not already in business, then don't let that stop you. If you are looking to come out of corporate or come out of a job and you've got a hankering to do something positive, excuse me, in the world, and you've been thinking about training in a modality, this is going to be so amazing for you. I would love to invite you to a free workshop, a 3-day workshop series that I'm doing 24th, 25th, and 26th of September, where I'm going to talk to you about the 3 crucial things that you need to have in a client session for best effect and minimal re-traumatization, right? And I'm going to save it for the session to tell you what that's all about, because there has to be something sacred, right? So come along. I will pop the link in the comments below. If you pop a heart in or your favorite emoji, I will drop you the link, sorry. And you can come along and register for that. It's going to be amazing. If you want to just go straight ahead and train in EFT, put EFT in the comments for me, and let's talk about a place in the academy. You can get certified in as little as 6 months, with all of your case studies and your exams and everything else marked. There is an additional, this intake only, there's an additional live 6 weeks of trauma training with me from the 2nd of October, every Wednesday. And if you want to get in on that and learn live, then this might be the intake for you. So let me know in the comments if you would like to chat through. Otherwise, I will see you again tomorrow on the Daily Tap. Lots of love.